I bear Shehu Uthman Abubakar. I am an indigenous of Birnin Kebbi State. Do I say Gondu? Let me say Gondu, Kebbi State, Gondu local government of Kebbi State. And I am currently the National Amir or National President of the Muslim Student Society of Nigeria. Prior to becoming the National Amir, I was the National Vice President International of the society during Sirajuddin Abdul Aziz, that is 2012-2015 regime of the society. And even prior to that, I was one time or two times the Amir of MSSN Kebbi State Area Unit. Before then, I held so many positions in MSSN and in so many organizations. I served as a secretary, especially in the field of da'wah in most of the Islamic organizations that exist in the country, and I serve as branch da'wah chairman as well as secretary in many of them, as many as 10 to 15 Islamic organizations. Prior to that, and even at the moment, I remain the founder and the director general of Center for Interreligious Harmony and Advocacy Initiative that has its main office or branch in Kebbi State, Birnin Kebbi State. And this is little of myself. Anyway, if I have to go further, I study in India and I work with a telecommunication company known as TSTV Africa. I think this suffices my introduction. As National Amir of the Society, that is the 37th National President of the Muslim Student Society of Nigeria, as any other Amir, I am not without agenda. As any other president that came, definitely I want to believe they all came with agenda which they pursue to the extent at which they can reach, and then they pass over for other to continue. I came on board with 4 agendas. Those 4 agendas may have children, grandchildren, and perhaps great-grandchildren, which we are optimistic that within the period of our leadership, we shall insha'Allah accomplish all. That is our target. By the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we believe insha'Allah such agenda is going to be accomplished. It has been an issue that bothers me most in the conduct of the society, and even what I call the members of the society, the attitude of the members of the society towards the society itself. I mean, how we in the society, I want to bring it out to the fact that MSSN today is 67 years with the establishment. The establishment of this society was with mission and vision, part of which is establishment of an Islamic society that is governed by Islamic Sharia within 50 years. And now we are 67 years. We have not come to sit and evaluate our success and failure. Have we succeeded in establishing an ideal Islamic society that is governed by Islamic Sharia in 67 years? I think if we adjust to ourselves, the answer is no. We have not achieved that. Then are we able to come back to the drawing board and evaluate to find out whether we succeeded or not? If we do not succeed, what are the stumbling blocks, and then what steps we take in averting such stumbling blocks to arrive at the mission of the society? You see, every mission and vision that is stated in black and white for an organization to succeed has to be followed by strategy. It has to be followed by cooperation of all means possible to attain that mission and vision. There must be motivation into action and follow up to achieve it. MSSN was established on the 18th of April, year 1954. And close to that, on the 19th of May 1954, a particular group of church was established. They recorded membership as per 10 years back of about 3 million members, or 5 million members, out of which only 3 million are registered members. With their commitment, with their cooperation, with their determination, with the sacrifices they made to what they believe in, they were able to achieve a lot in the lifespan of 67 years. Having like 4 hospitals, having like 110 health clinics, having like 8 theological seminary, having like 6 Bible colleges, having like School of Nursing and Midwifery, having like universities. And then I look at the MSSN that was senior and elder. You know, MSSN came a month and a day before this society, and yet we can't count on anything. We have the largest membership in the country, but we have the minimal contribution, achievement in the society. Why? So part of the agenda, what we have for the society in this tenure, inshallah, is attaining financial independence. This is key. And now in attaining this financial independence, every hand, every hierarchy of the society have to be committed, has to be determined, has to come together in order to attain financial independence. You see, the greatness of a society, the greatness of a people is counted by the greatest investment it has. And the society is for the youth. Youth are the greatest investment of every society you can think of. Now, when the youth are not determined to a particular cause, when the youth are not directed to a particular cause, when the youth are having no focus for what they said they believe onto, forget about success of that particular society. Then we want to focus on the youth. We want to focus on the teeming members of the society to emancipate, to bring us out of that financial difficulty or insufficiency, to bring us out of street begging. MSS should put an end to street begging, inshallah, from this our regime. We have strategized. Every hierarchy of the society is coming on board. The units, the area councils, the central branches, especially the tertiary institution branches, are going to play a vital role towards financial independence of the society in this our regime. We have classified that. We have tertiary institution scheme. They have their separate scheme that we want to plan, or we are planning towards achieving independence financially through them. Then we have the elders and past leaders scheme. Those who are MSS sympathizers, they have their own scheme. We are going to focus on them, shortlist them out, identify them in the society, reach out to them, and see their contribution towards emancipating the society from this financial dependency. And then again, we have a focus, especially on our members of the society who has grown higher in the government parastatals, as government parastatals and other business ventures, who has excelled to that extent. We need them also to come on board to contribute to the society. And then when this contribution is attained, to have a sustainable source of income for the society, to make sure that the financial independence is what is going to be sustained by the society, then we have to put certain investments on board. So today, it is a glaring fact that our societies today are dependent mostly on bread. Everybody eats bread as meal in our society. MSS should come out with a bakery. Let us have MSSN bread. If we can be able to come up with a bakery and then make it as one of the best bakery we have in the society, every MSS member should forbid for himself taking any other bread besides of MSSN, only to augment efforts and to see how we can attain this success. And then, especially when you come to Abuja, pure water now is 20 naira. In some places, even 30 naira. Pure water in Abuja. So water is an inevitable source of livelihood today. Without water, you cannot live. So everybody lives on water. As the government is not, is performing beyond what is expected of the government in giving clean and hygienic drinking water to our societies, people are coming up with sachet water. Everybody is producing sachet water, whether good or bad. People get water, some boil, some do not boil, and then they seal it and they sell it out as pure water. MSS should come into water factory where we can have hygienic and well clean drinking water to the society. Let us tag it as MSS bottled water, MSS table water, MSS pure water. So everybody should go for MSS water. Let us have at least one for a start in A zone, one for B zone, pure water factory, one for A zone and one for B zone, a bakery. We are starting at a particular stage or step, and then we move further. In near future, every area unit can come with a bakery. Every area unit can come with a pure water, MSSN pure water. The way we have seen it now, as part of our major agenda, is also to fulfill the mission of those who are ahead of us. The other regime have started a capital project of constructing a school, and then it is in line also with that they came with a plan of establishing a shopping mall in our secretariat. So we have come on board to continue with where they stopped with certain modification, especially with regards to shopping mall. We decided to incorporate into the shopping mall a banking hall where we have started discussing with Taj Bank in order to have their presence in our shopping mall as a cash center or a cash point. We were thinking of Taj Bank and Jaiz Bank. When we have these two to come into shopping mall, it encourages people who are coming to observe their prayers, whether Eid prayer or Jumat prayer, are exposed to our shopping mall. People who come to shop are exposed to bank. People who comes to bank are exposed to shopping mall. Therein we can boost up business activity in our secretariat here, and we also, in view of that, we will have a lot of income to the society. That is what we call skills acquisition. That is a skills acquisition training center. I mean skills vocational training center and skills acquisition that's going to be incorporated in the school MSS Academy that we are planning also to come on board with it. We have MSS Academy in most of our branches, especially in Zamfara State. Almost most of the area councils are having MSS Academy. State-wise, they have MSS Academy. In Kebbi, they are in the process. In Yauri area council, they have it. In the south, like in Ekiti and other states, there in the southern part of the country, they also have MSS Academy. In fact, last year, the best candidate in JAM was from MSS Academy. So that is how far we have gone. With that, inshallah, within a couple of time, we should have sufficient financial independence in the society. We should reach a point whereby anybody that comes to contribute will voluntarily come to contribute, not because MSS show need to anybody's resources. So this is one aspect of it, financial independence. In terms of digital economy, we're thinking of going into Uber or what we call bulk transaction, business transaction. This is a transportation scheme. And this transportation scheme is such a scheme that can be tracked electronically. You can keep an admin secretary who can track the movement of a vehicle, track the number of kilometers, taken by a vehicle, the number of people carried by a vehicle, how many hours the vehicle have walked, and you can track how much you earn in a day. So we are thinking of the major cities like Abuja, like Lagos, like Ibadan, like Kano and Kaduna. We should have the presence of MSS, Bolt or Uber there as part of digital economy, and see how we can boost off from that aspect, inshallah. We are also thinking of coming up with NGO to see how NGO can come into society, can come into being, and then how we can also generate source of income through NGOs as other non-governmental organizations are into it. So this is part of the plan 1, the agenda 1, financial independence. This is little about it. Now the second agenda is what I call mission-oriented activity of the society. In many instances, our people do not know where we started, where we are, and where we are heading to. The history of the society is a lost glory among the members of the society today. They don't even know about it. What is our mission? What is our vision? What is our aims and objectives? Many of the bona fide members of society today does not even know it. A person will pass through an institution without mentioning, without knowing 3 activities of the society, even in the institution such a person is. Not talk of when you come to the larger hierarchy of the society like the zone or the national. We are having activity without mission, without target, without goal. These activities we are showcasing every year, annually, or semester-wise or basis. What do we want to achieve? We are not mission-oriented. We are not target-oriented in our activity. That should stop. There has to be a minimum common activity, a minimum common and uniform activity that must be obtained in every institution. Like when you come to tertiary institutions, we are going to design a uniform activity that must be obtainable in every institution. You can add to your activity or to the activity according to peculiarity of your society. You can add to it, but every institution must have a particular number of activity being carried out, so that we can be rest assured if you graduate from any tertiary institution, so and so activity is part of you. You are well trained, and we know you are up to task to shoulder such responsibility anywhere. So we want to have a minimum uniform activity in all institutions that will direct our course. Our IVCs has to be mission oriented. If we want to change an attitude, if we want to inculcate a behavior, we should have a time interval at which we want to achieve that. That will enable us to evaluate our success and failure, and then enable us to rectify our mistakes and move ahead to achieve our goals. So mission-oriented activity is agenda number 2 of this regime. Agenda number 3 is database development. We need to know our strength in terms of number. Every state has to know their strength of membership, and then every zone must know their strength of membership. I'm sure by estimation we are up to 60% of the population of the country. Our youths, Muslim student society, we are up to 60 million in the society, but we don't have that on record. There should be database. Every state, every area council, every central branch, every branch should know their capacity, should know their strength in terms of member. That is our political power. That is our intellectual power, strengths. That is our intellectual strengths, and that is our developmental strengths. Without knowing your strength in terms of number, you don't know what you can do. You don't know who you are. You don't know what you can achieve. With our number, we can appoint, we can nominate a candidate on any political arena, and that candidate will win. So MSS has strengths, but it is not yet known. That is agenda number 3. Agenda number 4 is what we call asset inventory and documentation. Even if it is a spoon the MSS possesses in every branch, such number of spoons should be known by the society nationwide. We don't know our strength. We have so many lands. Some we have the papers, but the lands could not be secured. Some the lands are on ground, the papers are not secured. Some we don't even know their whereabouts. Every asset of the society, from national to branches, shall be known by the society. It is equally our strength. Let us know what we have. These 4 items are the agenda the 37 NEC are having for the society, which we believe by the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala we shall achieve them within no time. The whole mission and vision of the 37th NEC is around a meager amount of money to be achieved, not up to 1.5 billion. We shall be able to get that. In fact, even using our population, we can achieve 1.5 billion within a little time. Could you imagine if every area units, in every area we can have 1,000 people who can donate 100 naira, how much we can go? Do you look at it in such a way that if every tertiary institution we can have 100 people who can donate 1,000 naira to the society? How many tertiary institutions do we have in Nigeria? Today we have about 720 tertiary institutions. Then how many do we have the presence of the society there, a branch of the society? At least 500. If we have at least 500, in this 500, if we can have 100 students in each of the institutions who can voluntarily donate 1,000 naira on semester basis to the society, 500 times 100,000. 500 times 100,000, you have about 50 million naira in a semester. With 50 million naira in a semester, in a year you have 100 million naira. How far do you think you can go in the society? Only with tertiary institutions only. So this is part of the plan, and inshallah we shall accomplish that within the period of 3 years. The society shall be financially independent, inshallah.
Finally, what advice?
Muslims should be, the advice I have for them is that we should be committed. We should be committed. These our counterparts we are living together that are achieving greatly in their churches, respective denominations, they suffered the way we suffered. Allah Ta'ala says, in takunu ta'alamuna fa innahum ya'lamuna kama ta'alamuna. In takunu ta'alamuna fa innahum ya'lamuna kama ta'alamuna. But watarjuna min Allahi ma la yarjun. If you find it difficult, they also find it difficult as you find it. But you have a target, you are assured of gaining reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which they don't have. You don't have. So that reward with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, tijaratul and tabur, that you are planning to invest in, is what should give you the courage or give you fi sabilillah. If you have a personal problem of 100,000 today, by hook or by crook, you will find a way to solve the problem. Why don't you do the same thing in the society? A sacrifice. So the teaming number of you two are having should have MSS in mind. They should be programmed by the society. They should be programmed by what they said they have believed. Whether you are conscious, unconscious, or subconscious, if the sign for your 5 daily prayers, your mind will tell you you have a responsibility that you have to discharge. Why don't you program yourself with the society? How many among the team number of youth of the society will sleep with MSS in mind, thinking of how am I going to advance the cause of the society I believe in? How many wake up in the morning thinking of how am I going to advance the cause of the society? Because we don't have it in mind. So that is why some organizations coming up today are taking advantage of our reluctancy. We don't carry out activities in our various branches, especially tertiary institutions. Therefore, new organizations are coming to take advantage of that and take our membership, convert to them. And whenever they convert our members to their own group, you find that our members are committed because they have commitment, they have activity which carry their attentions away. We don't have activities. In our institutions today, the only activity that we boast of doing is reciting Quran when it is time for examination, to pray for success, or else Jihad Week, or Marhaba Week. These are the only prominent activity. You are coming to at the beginning of the session, you have Marhaba Week. At the end of the session, you have Jihad Week. When it is time for exam, you recite Quran. Those are the only activities you see in most of our institutions. So our members are sitting redundant without activity that keep them busy. When you didn't keep them busy, their others are at liberty to take the advantage and draw them onto themselves. That is why we are losing membership day in, day out. Or we lack commitment to our membership. So our units, our area councils, our central branches, our branches should come up with activities that are mission oriented and keep their members busy in activities. By that, they can hold the members with them, and then the members can have a spirit of sacrifice and commitment to achieve the cause of the society. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide us aright and above all, and make our flights easy and successful. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.